What's up, fellas? Today we're going to do a test on this little Amazon Bluetooth receiver slash amplifier. So I bought this. I wanted to try it on a small project and see if it actually put out enough power to run a couple 6.5-inch bookshelves and if it was legit or not. So I'll put a link in the description. These are like $13, man. It's like 13 bucks I paid for this, and it says it's 50 times 2. But the reason that is because, I don't know if you can see there, it's 5 to 24 volt rated. So if you give it 12 volts, it's going to put out supposedly 20 watts times 2. And if you give it 21 volts, it's going to obviously put out 50 times 2. If you give it only 5 volts, you know, I don't know what the specs don't give 5 volts, but, you know, it's obviously going to put out less. So maybe 5 watts. 10 watts at 5 volts, but mostly you're going to be running this at 12 volts. You can get little 12 volt wall wart AC adapters pretty cheap, and it comes with the pigtail that you just plug in right there. You could even use this for a battery if you were going to use one of those little B2 mini speakers for like an RC project. And I also sell boxes if you guys want for those little B2 audio subs. They're actually properly ported and comes with screws and everything to mount. If you guys have like a little RC project, this would be great for that. You could even use this off of a little RC car battery pack because it's 5 to 24 volts. So that gives you a lot of options. But I'm going to run it. We're going to actually do a dynamic burst dyno on it to see what it puts out at 12 volts, so we can see if it puts out 20 times 2 or not. But really cool for 13 bucks if it actually works. And we're going to run it on these two 6.5s and see how it sounds. But if this thing turns out good for $13, this is really cool for any projects like those B2 audio mini subs, even some bookshelves in your garage. But I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it sounds. We're going to dyno it, do some dynamic burst on it real quick, and also hook it up to these bookshelves. So let's see what happens. Okay, guys, so we got it hooked up, and what I decided to do was just hook it up to a 5-amp power supply. These are really cheap. I think they're about 10 bucks. I'll put a link to that on Amazon as well. So again, like if you wanted to do a little bookshelf garage project or something, you can just buy this for 13 bucks, this power supply. And I think this should be adequate, the 5-amp power supply. So for like 25 bucks, under 30 bucks, you can have a little Bluetooth system. But let's get it turned on and see how it actually sounds, because I have no idea. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if it'll even drive these components that well or not. So let's go ahead and try it out. And my head unit on my amp board, it only puts out like 10 watts, and I listen to these all the time when I'm working, and they crank pretty good on 10 watts, so should be able to tell me about what this little thing puts out, if it puts out 10 or more. But we will run it on the dyno dynamic here in a little bit. Oh wow. Really loud. This thing's cranking. So I'm just going to turn it down because it might be distorting the microphone. But this thing cranks. This thing cranks. Just from guessing, before I hook it up to the dyno, this thing I'm sure puts out at least 15 watts per channel. And this is again at 12 volts. You can even get more power of it, supposedly going up to 21 volts. But dude, this would power these two bookshelves even in your house or your garage. So far I'm pretty impressed. Wow. Very cool, man. And you turn the knob and it turns it on and off. And then when you turn it on, that's the on switch. So there's really no other anything else you need besides this to use. They give you the pigtail, so you can buy one of these power supplies. I'll put the link. They're like 10, 12 bucks. And make a cool little DIY project. Like I said, if you wanted to use a battery and throw it in one of these little boxes for your B2s, or you want to use them even for full-size bookshelves. And these are 6.5-inch scar bookshelves, and I think they're like 150 RMS. They're pretty beefy. So this thing's driving them pretty hard. All right, let me hook it up to the AD1, and I'm going to do a dynamic burst test on it and see what it does on the dyno. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do a 40 hertz and then 1,000 hertz. Disregard this. This is what this machine is hooked up to. We're still doing 12 volts on that 12 volt power supply that I showed you earlier. So we're at 12 volts input. Let's do 40 hertz. Now specs say it will do 20 watts. So it's looking like 10 watts, which still is not bad, honestly. Okay, let's reset it and let's do 1,000 kilohertz. So a tiny bit more, but about the same. So 10, 12 watts per channel. That's not bad for 13 bucks, how small this is. It drove those 6.5 bookshelves really well. Let me go ahead and run it at this 14.4 volts and see what it does, just for fun. Okay, so now we're running the little amp at this voltage here. So let's see if it puts out any more. We'll just go ahead and do the 1,000 kilohertz since it was close to the 40. So there we go. We're getting closer. 14 and 16 watts, and we're only at 14.3 volts. So that's not bad. It's definitely not doing what it said on the box, but still, for $13, I mean, I was cranking these bookshelves in here, and it would be loud enough if you put it in your living room to be able to hear it, you know, when you're hanging around your house or in your garage, for sure. Let me just bump the voltage up a little bit more, and we'll see what it does. Okay, so now we're running off this voltage. I bumped it up a little bit since this little amp says it can go up to, what, 24 volts. So we'll try it at 16. All right, so a little more, about 20 watts per channel, and this is at 4 ohm. So didn't get a whole lot more, but I mean, I'd say if you run this anywhere from 12 to 20 volts, yeah, you'll be getting about 20, 25 watts per channel at 4 ohm, which is not bad at all. Well, man, for 13, 14 bucks, this thing did really good. Anywhere from at 12 volts, it did about 10, 12 watts per channel, and then up at about 15, 16, it did 20. So, and you saw 10, 12 watts is driving these fairly good. I mean, you could have these in a garage and be cranking, you know, or in a living room. So it did quite well, actually. I'm pretty surprised. So definitely cool for a project. Like I said, if you want to use it for one of those B2 mini subs or any other kind of mini subs to, you know, put in an RC car or anything, or a set of bookshelves like this for your garage or even your house, or making some computer speakers. I mean, really cool. And it's all in one. All you need is this, either a power supply or a battery, and then some speakers. So it does give you like some panels you could put on that go over it to like protect it, so that way you don't hit any of these metal pins anywhere. But really cool. I thought that would be fun. Great little 2-channel amp for your DIY projects. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.